The debate over cow slaughter and the consumption of beef has taken a bizarre turn of sorts, with police landing up at Kerala House in Delhi to inquire where beef is being served at the canteen there. I have with me Harish, Nandu and Amrit to discuss the latest controversy in the beef saga. Let's start with Harish. Harish, what is really being served as beef these days? Is it actually cow meat?
Well, in Kerala, in Kerala normally people have cow meat, which is beef. But in Delhi, if you want to have beef, it can only be Kara beef, which is buffalo meat, since cow slaughter is not allowed here. And in Kerala House, I think it was basically buffalo meat which was being served, and that is Kara beef.
What are the different types of meat that is served under the common term beef? You have oxen, I guess.
It's largely cow meat or buffalo meat, and within cow meat it's mostly veal, which is basically the calf, and normally the male calf, because the male calf is of no use in a state where you hardly have much of agriculture, or you have quite a lot of mechanized agriculture. So so the moment a cow gives birth to a male calf, it goes straight to the butcher, and that's what people normally consume as beef. Much of what you get in Kerala is basically veal, which is basically in Kerala. In fact, buffalo meat I think is a luxury. Normally you don't get buffalo meat there, whereas in Delhi, if a Keralite were to have beef, he can only have buffalo meat. You cannot have cow meat, and I believe that Kerala House was serving only buffalo meat, though technically you can call it also beef, but it's certainly not that of the cow.
Well, Nandu, what does beef really mean to a Malayali? What role does beef play a part in a Malayali's life in Kerala?
I guess it can be called, it is the most accessible meat. And I remember as a college student, it was the most affordable meat, because mutton is very expensive. It's also very hard to find, and chicken is very common. So beef is what people preferred, and it's also savored as the most tasty of all meats.
It's almost like it's a staple diet of Kerala, right?
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, and the beef controversy as it is playing out right now goes much beyond what was served in the Kerala House canteen. Amrit, how will this play out politically back in Kerala, especially at a time when the BJP and the Hindutva forces are trying to stage an inroad there?
Beef in Kerala is almost a secular food. I mean, irrespective of the religion, people consume it. And it's also a very popular street food, not just in restaurants, but what you call tattagadas in Kerala streets. You find it served with dosha, served with most of these things. So there is a certain kind of acceptance cutting across religious divide there. So any kind of politics which you drive on the basis of religion, with something like this, it doesn't have a traction there, but it will impact, I think, BJP's attempt to forge a certain kind of a third front kind of a politics there, which they have been trying to do in the last few months. And interestingly, the state chief had said that we are not going to have the same kind of ban. We are not going to demand a ban on beef or any of those things in Kerala, because we see Kerala's political context and Kerala's cultural context different from what's happening in the northern states. So they'll have a lot of things to explain back home, I think.
It's not really about politics too either. It's, I guess, also do with the economics of beef. Harish, how does that play out? The economic angle of this entire beef controversy that's now reached the Kerala Bhavan in Delhi.
See, the so-called Hindu farmer and the so-called Muslim butcher, they are not enemies. They are actually friends. Each requires the other. The butcher obviously requires raw material for slaughtering, but equally the farmer, what does he do with cows that have stopped giving milk, or the yields have come down, or has given birth to a male calf? So you need some way of disposing of this redundant animal. So he gives it to the Muslim butcher. He knows very well it's going to be slaughtered, but he is not slaughtering it. So it's a sort of, it fits in with each other. So the kind of politics which we are having today, it is going to upset this very delicate equilibrium, and In fact, I think the best example would be what is happening now in Gujarat. An average Gujarati farmer who supplies to Amul, he doesn't rear calves. He wants animals which are in milk, and he basically milks those cows. And after about 3 years or something, he just sells it off, and he gets these cows from Punjab. So Punjab is a rarer state. It rears these calves. So the dairy farmer in Punjab, he sells milk and he also sells the animals. So now there is a huge trade which happens from Punjab to Gujarat. So now with all these Gaurakshaks and these vigilantes groups, all these things become very difficult. So this entire trade, including between the Hindu farmer and the Muslim butcher, this entire equilibrium, I think, has been disturbed, and which is very dangerous, and it can just finish off your dairy economy. So I won't be surprised that in 10 years from now you won't see a single cow in North India. And incidentally, the best cows today, the best Sahivals and the best Tharparkar breeds today, you get in Pakistan. So maybe we'll have to go to Pakistan to see the cows.
Yeah, on that ominous note, that is the Indian Express online team here on the beef controversy, the latest beef controversy.